And Chukwudi Ubaja is in the studio with us. It's a pleasure to welcome you. Good morning.
Thank you. Getting out of the doldrums in terms of my cold in Qatar. I'm almost there. Hello, Nyeri.
Chukwudi, good to see you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. How's the homestead?
Very well. Thank God.
As long as you're there is going to keep kicking fine.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into the papers quickly. We'll begin with the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. It leads with consensus rift, logistics force APC to shift primaries. Oh, interesting. Well, all right. Above that, I won't seek second term, even with gun to my head. That's according to Peter Obi. 2027, that's the kicker of this one. Atiku Amechi submit forms for ADC presidential tickets. That's on page 11 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Next to that, we have Lassa fever death toll hits 191, according to NCDC, and that's on page 7. We have a picture story here, and that of the president. That's of the president and, of course, other participants at the ongoing conference in Kigali. How Makinde's presidential bid may reshape 2027 contest is right here, and that's on pages 5 and 6. You want to read that? That would definitely guide you as to what 2027 would look like. Looking at the leadership now, the leadership leads with Wike attacks Makinde as Oyo governor declares presidential bid. That's on page 4. Below that, NJC queries 256 judges for poor performance. Page 7 has all of that. And we have a picture story here, which is on teachers taking the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria's professional examination in Abuja yesterday. All right, looking below the front page of the leadership newspaper, we have Niger to give zoning of political offices legal backing, according to Bago. That's on page 7. Primaries, that's the kicker. APC picks reps candidates Saturday. Tinubu once against do or die politics. All of that on page 4. 30 states may experience severe flooding, according to the NEMA DG. And let's quickly look above now, just below the masthead. We have SEC warns against Ponzi schemes on social media. That's on page 36, and we have the DG, on the front page right here. And just beside that, presidency clashes with Obi over one-term pledge. And beside the masthead, NSC targets 22 gold medals at Glasgow 2026 Commonwealth Games. That's about it on the leadership this morning. Victor.
Thank you, Henry. Now, I have the blueprint with me. Just above the nameplate. And Strait of Hormuz for China. Jinping seeks Trump's partnership. That story is on pages 10 and 14. Below the nameplate, Tinubu aggressively marketing Nigeria to global investors. That's according to Finance Minister Oyedele, and it's on page 6. In sports, Flying Eagles, Golden Eaglets get assistant coaches. Details on page 32. And what looks like the major story here. Tinubu pushes for consensus as APC reps primary elections now hold Saturday. 3 riders with it. President warns against politics of violence. Yobe Algan backs Wali for Guba. Party dumps Amosu. 91 jostle for 24 reps sit in Lagos. 91 jostle for 24 reps sits in Lagos. Interesting. All right, the picture story details some dignitaries alongside President Bola Tinubu at the ongoing Pan-Africa CEO Forum 2026 in Kigali. Of course, Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda, is on the right of the president there. And then below that picture story, Makinde declares presidential bid, Obi vows 4-year tenure. Oyo governor's declaration dead on arrival, says Wike. You can't be trusted, presidency tells Obi. That story is on page 8. And the final set of stories here. Lassa fever deaths rise to 191, says NCDC. That's on page 18. In Kwara, Randy pastor backs life jail for raping 3 minor congregants. It's on page 13. And local contractors urge FG to expedite payment of backlogs. That's on page 21. And finally from here, Edo Varsity rusticates 27 medical students. Kogi Poly withdraws 229 over poor performance. Details on pages 10 and 19. Chukode.
91 jostle for 41 House of Representatives.
For 24.
24, not even up to 41.
24 reps seats.
That's battle royal. Let them keep offensive weapons away from them. That's just a joke. They always know how to sort out things on that axis. Well, you have to give it to them.
I think it's not a lot of trouble until after the primaries. Primaries,
yes.
Then others will find their level.
Yes, once the primaries happen, those who have been chosen, you know. Anyway, it's really a thickly politics today, but I like the note you sounded there. Tinubu wants against do-or-die politics, politics of violence. That should be a message coming from not just politicians, clerics, opinion leaders, traditional rulers, and the rest of them, because that has become the bane of Nigerian politics. But I dare say that in 2023, relatively speaking, we didn't have a lot of violence. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I thought. I think, and that's what I thought as at that time. Yeah, we keep attacking Makinde as a yoga. The man knows see the PDP now. We leave and make it go where one go. These people. Then Rift Logistics force APC to shift, primaries. The rift is what concerns the journalists. Logistics, they can sort out. We do not pray for calamity, but when it happens, it makes our day in the newsroom. We have a mind that you might not like too much. That's what makes news. So it's the rift we're interested in. But I want to say that as much as the rift has attracted my attention, I think APC has come a long way from how they started. At a point, one of my friends, whether Nabi and I Chakamo, he said APC, they take Nigeria, they learn how to govern at the national level. They started off on a very rough note, but today APC has become a highly organized party. Give it to them, say how it is. They didn't start off very well. They're rancorous and all that. You would think they were not pursuing the same objectives. But now it's a bit better for them. So let them sort out the rift. We want earnest politicking. We want robust elections and all that. And as I always say, we're standing by to write the stories because that's the one that attracts our attention more than anything else.
The president is pushing for consensus as the primary, of course, particularly reps. Primary elections hold Saturday.
Yeah, they either do direct primaries or they go by consensus.
You'll find people who will feel hard done by because they have not been chosen by virtue of that consensus. You look at Ogun, for instance, the battle between Benga Daniels and the incumbent governor.
But Victor, even in the homestead, does everyone get what they want? That is life. Who was it? Pogo Limited. You can't win all the time.
Okay.
You gotta lose.
Thank you. Thank you,
That's from the curse.
I'll ignore the voice and take the message. 2027,
ADC. Atiku and Amechi pick presidential ticket. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm beginning to think about a book, The Depleted Stock. If Obi and Kokonso have moved, and Atiku and Amechi are pairing up, I'm looking at the slim margins they are now contesting because the Kokonso factor is going to eat into the Atiku block. The
Peter Obi.
Peter Obi is going to eat into Southeast a lot. It's unfortunate. But African politics is still largely tribal-based. It's unfortunate.
And talking about
that I'm talking like this. But that's the reality of Africans.
All right. Well, it's almost time to go.
But the mathematician is still searching
Lassa
for
fever
stories.
death toll hit 191. I remember that about a month ago when it was just around 100.
Yes.
So we talked about it.
And
it doesn't seem that
and you
anything
would
has changed.
wonder why we have not nipped it. Not in the bud, at least midway, because it has started killing people. I think we have to double our... The problem is that ailment is very stubborn. Some people would even tell you, does anything cure it? Yeah, you need to manage it. It's mostly management, you know. It's unfortunate to have not put a lid on it. We've not covered it up effectively. But let's keep trying.
All right, so Chukudi, have a great weekend. Hope to see you on Monday. That's all we can take this morning on
God
this
willing.
review.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now we take a break. When we come back, we'll get into the conversation for today. We're talking about hypertension. Oh yes, stay with us.